Lucky number 7. Eric, are you feeling lucky? It's lucky number 7, week 7.
This season's flying by, man. Flying by quick. We're almost halfway through the season already.
I am over here in the hotel room because I am trucking it up. Yes, I really am a trucker and I am on the road. So I am over here in the hotel. The love and the passion for my Steelers is stronger than ever. I take it on the road with me, man. My winning Steelers, by the way. How is everyone in the AFC North feeling about their team?
Down there in the AFC North while we're up here.
Everybody, they're all pathetic losers except for us. They're all pathetic losers except for us. It feels great.
All right. Before we get into our week's picks, let's get into the records. Now, we actually kind of chose different teams last week, although the records are still pretty much in the same position as we were last week.
Yeah.
My record, the reigning defending undisputed pick six champ of the world, is 21 11 and 1. A lot of ones in that record. And you got Cholo Trucker 20, 12 and 1. Obviously, the two games I think were the Raider game and the Charger game. Those are the two games that kind of made the difference there. All right.
I picked the Niners.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I think it was the Niner game.
Yeah.
So it was the Raider and the Niner game.
I'll get to them when we get to them.
All right. So the first game we got is the Green Bay Packers walking into the toaster to play the Cardinals. Packers 3-1-1 coming off a win against Cincinnati. And the Cardinals 2-4 coming off a loss against Indiana Jones and the Colts.
Yeah, man. I think this one's got Green Bay written all over it. This could be probably a little bit of a trap game going into the toaster. I still have, I don't want to say like super high hopes for Green Bay, but I still have somewhat high hopes for them. I do, man. I still think they're a force to be reckoned with. I think they're going to get better as the season goes along. As far as the Cardinals go, I mean, you know, I got Green Bay on this one, man. I just think they're a team that's going to keep on developing and keep on getting better as the weeks go on. Doesn't mean that they're not going to lose. They'll definitely find a loss here and there as the season goes on. But I still think, man, they're still a force to be reckoned with, not only in their division, but in the whole NFC.
Yeah, and another thing is Kyler Murray is injured. I'm not sure if he's going to play. That information is not really out yet. But even if he was playing, I got the Packers. I don't know what else there is to say. I don't know what to expect from the Cardinals. That's pretty much why I'm picking the Packers. Although the Packers aren't looking as good as everybody expected them to be. All right, they're just kind of getting by. The wins they're getting, they're just kind of barely winning, other than that week 1 win against Detroit. Ever since then, they haven't really looked all that good, even though they're winning.
Yeah, you know, it's almost like a fighter who looked good against another really good fighter, but ever since then he's been losing or not looking good at all. And it's like, well, no, they probably still has hope, because remember when he fought that one guy? That guy was really good, and man, he looked great against him. But it's like, you know what, man? Sometimes that somebody could just be having an off night. So I mean, the Cardinals, yeah, I don't really know where I stand with them. I don't stand that they're going to take their division. That's for sure.
I don't know, man. Their division is a little bit. I don't know what to expect out of that division anymore. Okay, that whole situation is weird with the Niners, the Rams. I don't know what's going on there.
It's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. It's kind of up for grabs. I just don't think. I think it's a little bit out of reach for them, though.
I agree. Next, we have an AFC West matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders heading into Arrowhead Stadium to play the Chiefs. Raiders 2-4 coming off a win against the Tennessee Titans. Their first win since week 1. Then you got the Kansas City Chiefs coming off a win against Detroit. Some people are trying to make it a little bit controversial of a win. I don't know. What do you think about this game?
First of all, thank you, Raiders. I picked you. You won. All right. This guy over here didn't believe in you.
Still don't.
He still doesn't. Okay. The Chiefs, they're coming off of a win, correct?
Against the Detroit Lions.
Against the Detroit Lions. Okay. Does anybody know why the Chiefs actually won? I know why. But the reason why they won is because they actually showed Taylor Swift. See,
I knew something like that was going to be said.
They had gotten away, or maybe she just hasn't been going to the games. But they actually showed her this time, pow, back in the winning circle. See, you got to just keep going with it. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, let's try something new, let's try something different. No, man. No, you just keep rocking and rolling. As far as the Chiefs, are they still an elite team? Are they still that dominant force? Are they still this era's Belichick, Brady, Patriots? Man, it doesn't seem like that. At least not this season. Gosh, man, I just look. I want to pick Raiders. I do.
It's in Arrowhead.
It's in there. Yeah, I just no, man. I think the Chiefs. I think they were always going to bounce back and find their groove again. I'm still sticking with the Chargers to win that AFC West, though.
Okay.
But that does not mean that the Chiefs do not get into the playoffs. And to them to lose against the Raiders at home, by the way, no, I go Chiefs on this one. They've been struggling. The Chiefs have been struggling, but they're gonna find their groove, man.
Okay, I'll say this. You still say the Chargers are gonna win that division. Yes. They've been looking faulty, man. Okay, they won last week against the Dolphins. The last 3 weeks, they've been looking not that good. Okay, neither have the Chiefs.
Right.
In my opinion, the best team right now, I mean, maybe it doesn't say records-wise, I don't really know, is probably the Denver Broncos. And I'm not just saying that because that was my sleeper team. I genuinely believe that, all right? That division's up for the taking. I don't think Raiders are one of them, though. I think it's between the three teams, the Chiefs, yes, Broncos, and Chargers. And shout out to all the Raider fans out there, all right? I got the Chiefs here. I don't really even know how good this team is. There is like no dominant team in the AFC right now. Because typically at around this time of the year, we kind of know where the majority of the teams stand. I don't know where the Chiefs stand. I don't know where the Bills stand. Chargers. There are so many teams. I have zero clue whether or not they're actually true contenders or not, which is actually kind of fun. All right. The number one seed is actually the Indianapolis Colts in the AFC. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that. If you asked me, I probably would have guessed them either in my first or second guess because I know they're doing really good. No, but you're right. I mean, look, you brought up the Bills. You brought up KC. I could bring up Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're right, man. This conference, this AFC conference, man. I don't know where to go with it, man, because look, is it really far-fetched for me to say that, hey, look, the Steelers may be in the mix for the best team right as it stands right now? I'm not saying they are, but I mean, is it too far-fetched? I mean, some of their wins are ugly wins, but I mean, you take a W, you can make some sort of argument that maybe they're not on the top of the list, but somewhere in the mix.
It's not coming out of left field. It's coming more of like left center.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's completely out of left field, left center. That's where we'll go there. Yeah, give me the Chiefs in this game. Can it be competitive? Sure, because the Raiders have won in Kansas City before. I think the last time they did it was 2 years ago, 2023 on Christmas. Yeah, I just don't see it with this Raider team, man. There's a lot that they still need to work on. They did win last week. You'll give them credit there. But Tennessee is in a rebuilding mode, so give me Kansas City on this one, which they could really use that win too.
Yeah, beating Tennessee, I mean, it's not really doing all it's doing is really just, stroking your ego. It's not really doing that much.
All right. Oh, this one's going to be fun. This one's going to be fun to talk about. We got the Dallas Cowboys going up hosting the Washington Commanders. Cowboys 2-3-1 record coming off a loss against Carolina. Then you got the Commanders 3-3 coming off a loss against Atlanta. What's going on, man? This is just a weird season. I don't even know what to say about this.
That Commanders Atlanta, that was Monday night, right?
One of 2 Monday night games.
Yeah. And by the way, I think they're doing another 2 Monday nighters this coming next Monday as well.
You want my honest opinion about those? I don't like them.
Okay. You don't like the games, or you don't like that it's 2?
I don't like that it's 2.
I don't either. I don't either. Stick with 1. I don't like that either. But look, as far as this game goes, the old rivalry, Cowboys and Commanders, right? Or was it Cowboys and Indians? I don't know. We just got to change things up, I guess. Oh gosh, man. The Carolina Panthers, Cowboys. I mean, this is supposed to be a layup, man. This is where you're supposed to go and show that you're dominant, man. This is supposed to be a scrimmage game for you. This is supposed to be a preseason game for you to get everything right. You allowed the Panthers to stay in the mix head to head. And by the way, you made the Panthers look good. You made them look good. Yep. This was one heck of a good game. It's not like it was an ugly game.
It was back and forth.
It was back and forth, man. It was back and forth. It was like a movie. But if it were like an ugly game where, man, nobody was scoring and it was only like nothing but field goals and, it was tied up 6-6, and at the end, the Panthers had to kick the third field goal to win by 9. Like, I would have said, like, okay, you know what? Both teams were struggling. Both teams had an off day or whatever it may be. No, you guys were scoring, man. I don't remember the final score, but it was up there. You made the Panthers look good, and arguably are probably one of the worst teams in the NFL completely. I don't know, Cowboys. I don't know. That definitely had to rip your spirit out, man. I got no idea where to go with this. I got Commanders all the way until Cowboys prove otherwise. And it's something with the Cowboys. It's like they can prove one day, and then the next week it's like, wow, they completely fall apart. This was crazy because the Cowboys actually did look good at the same time, but they made the Panthers look good. They're with them. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. I don't know. I'm out of words.
I know exactly what their problem is, and it's been showing since week 2. Their defense, it's not good. Their defense is below average, and that's being nice. They have a good offense, even without CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens has stepped up over there in Dallas. Dak Prescott making plays. He has MVP numbers right now. Okay, he could be in those early MVP talks. He's not in those talks because the Cowboys are 2-3-1. They just can't play defense. And I've said it. Any team could compete with this Cowboys team because of how bad their defense is. All right, so expect all their games this season to go exactly like how it did against the Panthers. They may win a good portion of them, maybe even most of them. That's how most of their games are going to be. As for this game, Washington coming off a loss. I don't know. They haven't looked like that good as well as I wanted them to be this season. Do I really see them going 3-4? I don't think so, man. I got to go Washington. I think Jaden Daniels has at least 4 passing touchdowns in this game. At least.
Wow. And that's the least.
Yeah.
Wow. So they're going to completely pick that Cowboys defense apart.
Not to say that the game isn't competitive because they have the Cowboys have a really good offense. It's their
Okay.
lack of defense.
Okay.
It's almost like the Killer B era for the Steelers. It's
Mm.
almost like that.
Okay. I got you. I hear you. All right.
All right, next we have a good one between the Chargers. They'll be hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Chargers are 4-2 coming off a win against the Dolphins. Colts are 5-1, atop of the AFC. Not the AFC South, although they are as well. I'm
Right.
talking the conference. They're top dog in the AFC coming off a win against the Cardinals. Now, I will say it's not like either of these teams looked super great last week. They did get wins. But, I mean, I guess the Arizona Cardinals and against the Miami Dolphins. I mean, come on. Both teams are below 500. That's what I'm saying.
Where is this game at?
That's SoFi.
That's SoFi. Okay. This is one of those games. It just came to me. This is one of those games where it's like, wow, you know what? It's like one of the best versus one of the best as it stands right now. As it stands right now, where the season is at right now. I'm not talking about later on in the season. Oh, you thought that they're the two best? Right now they are. But I think this has the potential of being a blowout, one way or the other. I can probably see the Colts blowing out the Chargers more than vice versa, but I can also see the Chargers blowing out. I could see this being a non-competitive game and everybody being like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? The Colts are good, man. The Colts are good. But here's the thing, though. I picked the Chargers. First of all, the Chargers are my AFC dark horse, right? I know if anybody's keeping tab on that, they are my dark horse. Since then, I've been very surprised of what they've been able to do. Yes, they don't always look good, but when they do, man, they look good. Can they do it against the Colts? Gosh. I want to say no, man. I want to say no.
Okay.
But you know what? I'll go opposite of what you go.
I know.
Just to make this interesting, whatever you pick, I'm going to go opposite of it.
Because I know where I'm going.
Okay.
I'm not over here fighting feelings or anything like that. I know exactly where I'm going. I have zero clue if the Colts are that good. I don't know. I really don't know. Sure, their record is 5-1. The best team I believe they played was the Rams, which they lost to, by the way. They did make it competitive. I'll give them credit there. I'm not completely sold on this Indianapolis Colts team. If they beat the Chargers, sure, I will be. But they have to win. And this is actually the Colts' second trip to SoFi this season. And they're not even divisional rivals to either the Rams or the Chargers. That's pretty interesting.
That is interesting, yeah.
I'll go Chargers because I just feel like, I don't know. I don't really even know why. I'm kind of just more rooting for the Chargers. And this is kind of a big test for both teams to see where they truly are. And I feel like the Chargers might be slightly better than the Colts from what we've seen.
Okay. Backing up the home team. Okay, so I'll go Colts. Honestly, I feel like I should go with the Chargers, but no, man. I think the Colts are the real deal. Now, what do I mean by that? Do I mean that they go for the rest of the season undefeated? No, absolutely not. Do I think they stay the number one in the conference? Maybe not first place, but they're still going to be somewhere in the mix. They're definitely going to win their division, and they're still going to be one of the top three teams in the entire conference of the AFC.
That's bold. But with the way it's looking, that might be the case. I mean, the only team that's close right now is Jacksonville. They're the closest team because Houston kind of started off a little bit sluggish. So we'll see, man. All right, next we have Sunday Night Football
Mm.
between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. This is in Santa Clara. Niners coming off a win. Oh, I'm sorry, a loss against Tampa Bay. Falcons 3-2 coming off a Monday night win against Buffalo. You see what I'm talking about? And this is some weird stuff going on.
Wait. Who's coming off of Monday Night Football?
Falcons.
Falcons. And why are they getting 2 back-to-back primetime games?
I don't know, man. They beat the Bills, so maybe they earned this one. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, Niners. I'm throwing in the towel, man. I'm throwing in the towel. You made me. Niners, you made me go against my boy Baker Mayfield. You did, and
that was great.
And don't think that did not hurt and leave a scar right here. Right here. Okay. You made me go against my boy Baker Mayfield, and it costed me. Not happening again. Okay. This game is in Santa Clara?
Yep.
Against the Falcons?
Okay. See, when the schedule first came out, I had no clue why this was prime time. Falcons are actually looking all right. I mean, they have a winning record. I think this is marketable enough to be a Sunday nighter. Am I saying that it should be? Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's the best that we have this week. I think the Chargers and Colts are probably a better game. I think it's good enough to be a Sunday nighter, though. Probably not the best matchup.
The Niners are bringing in the ratings. That's what I'm saying. The Niners are bringing in the ratings. The Falcons are not bringing in the ratings, man. They are not bringing in. They are not. All right, I'll leave it there.
So much hate towards the Falcons.
I'm just being real. Okay, matchmaking. Certain teams bring in the fan base. The Falcons are not bringing in that fan base for 2 back-to-back primetime games. I got all right. Okay. These Niners. Okay. Can they win this one? Yes, they can. Do I want them to lose? Honestly, I'll be real with everybody, all you Niner fans and everything. I kind of do. Man.
You just hated on the Falcons for like 2 minutes. Now you're over here saying that you want the Niners to lose.
And I hated on the Falcons. All that to say that I'm going Falcons. I think they fly into Santa Clara and fly back to the peach state of Georgia, man, with a victory.
Okay. But you're doing this not because you like the Falcons, but because of what the Niners did to you last week. I think that's what we're getting at here.
I forgot the Falcons even existed. Ever since Matty Ice went and hit the desk, which he's doing a pretty decent job. That is it. 2 back-to-back primetime games. Look, Falcon fans, enjoy it, I guess. Man, but you guys just don't bring it like that.
I don't get where this is coming from, man. Okay, all right. What thing I'll say about the Niners? I literally last week only picked the Buccaneers because you picked against Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. I strategically did that. So I don't know. I don't know if that adds a little bit more salt to the wound. As for this game, so all you had to do was pick the Buccaneers, and I would have gone Niners. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't think the Niners are in a bad they are in a bad situation because most of their players are injured. They played a good Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. That's probably the best team in the NFC right now. The Bucs. They're playing, I don't even know. I mean, that play by Baker Mayfield on what, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 15? Who's making plays like that, man? I don't know if you know which play I'm talking about.
Yeah, just Baker, man. Just Baker.
I mean, if it was Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen making that play, they would have showed that for the rest of the season on replay for sure. I got the Niners here. Okay, if you want to keep your season alive, although the Falcons did beat the Bills. See, this is where it gets weird here, because like the Falcons, they might be a little bit. I don't know. They might actually be good. I don't know where most of these teams stand, because it seems like some of the teams that we thought were bad are beating some of the teams that we thought were good. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
We don't see this all the time. I'll go Niners. Am I completely confident in it? No. But I think the Niners really need this win.
Yeah, there is really no dominant team in the NFL this season yet. If we get one, but when it comes to this game, let's go Falcons. All you Falcon fans out there, man, I'm with you guys. All right, let's go get them. Let's go handle them. All you Niner fans out there, hey, Spencer, man, sorry, but no, not this one. If I can go back in time, if you had
a DeLorean,
I would not pick the winning lottery number. I wouldn't, the biggest mistakes in my life and everything like that. No, I would just go back 1 week and pick my boy Baker to beat the Niners. Out of all the things I've been through in life and everything, I wouldn't, no winning lotto numbers, nothing, no choice career or anything of that sort. No, it would be that. So just this week, Niners. And next week, hey, it's a whole clean slate. All right, it's a clean slate. But this week, it's definitely personal.
Damn. Yeah. This was a strange couple minutes that we had talking about this game.
I went against my boy Baker, man. Like,
well, this got so personal with the Falcons, the Niners, Baker Mayfield. It got a little crazy.
Because I want everybody to know how serious it is. Like, I don't care about the Falcons, man. That team is whatever to me, man. But let's go Falcons. Fly like a falcon.
It's almost like giving a backhanded compliment, man. That's the best way I could explain this. All right, enough of this. Whatever that was, we got Thursday night football. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers walking into Cincinnati to play the Bengals. You have two quarterbacks who are over the age of 40 starting in this game. That doesn't happen very often. I think the last time or the first time that ever happened was Drew Brees and Tom Brady in 2020, if I'm getting my numbers and stuff right. Steelers coming up 4-1, coming off a win against the Browns. Bengals 2-4, coming off a loss against the Packers. Although I will say they looked a lot better than I thought they would against them Packers.
Yeah, and it was Flacco's first game as well. Getting acclimated to his new team, which is another AFC North team. So he's just got one more to go. Okay, so it's a short week for both teams, by the way, not just the Steelers. It's a short week. This has all the writings to me as a trap game. Look, I am starting to become a little bit more of a believer. I'm scared, right? I'm just scared to really become a believer. Some of these throws and the pinpoint accuracy that Rodgers is throwing, not all the time. Okay, not all the time. But man, I remember you're calling the game and he threw the ball to DK Metcalf right on the right side of the sidelines. Like it was the defender was all over DK.
Yeah.
But he nailed them like right in that one spot where the defender just wasn't going to be able to defend. Like it was just picture perfect. And I remember I put on the chat, like, man, the accuracy on that throw was like crazy. Two old school vets in Flacco and Rogers. Look, I definitely go for my Steelers. If I were not a Steeler fan, I'd probably still go for the Steelers, although I don't think it's too far-fetched to pick the Bengals on this one on a short week. Like I said, it's a short week for both. So it's not like you could just use it like, well, it's a short week for the Steelers. Yeah, well, it's a short week for both of them. Man, I want to say I feel comfortable, but as a Steeler fan, comfort level is never there, man, during NFL season. So, but yeah, I am liking what I'm seeing a little bit more. Once the Steelers pick it up, it takes them time to pick it up. We got to rely on Boswell for a while, and that's like, oh, okay, now they're starting to pick up a little bit of steam. So, that's what I got for now.
Okay, the one thing, all I have to say is that the Steelers typically play bad on the road on Thursday nights. That's that's just what they're known for. They don't play good on the road on Thursday nights. I mean, last year they lost to the Browns. I know it was a whole weather thing, the snow game, which was actually kind of fun to see, but they lost to a team that they were highly favored against. And it's happened a few times before. Okay, I think I saw a stat where Mike Tomlin is like 0-6 on the road against division rivals on Thursday night. That's not good.
No.
And a lot of those games he was favored in. Okay, because a lot of the times they were playing like the Browns and stuff. I don't know. This game could go either way. I think this game's actually, oddly enough, 50-50. Under the circumstances. If it wasn't on a short week, if it was on Sunday, I'd favor the Steelers a heck of a lot more. I don't know, man. The Steelers just are known for not playing well on the road on Thursdays.
Yeah. The first Steeler game that I went to in Pittsburgh was a Thursday nighter, but that was a home game. I never really paid attention to them, to their Thursday nighters on the road. So you just brought something to light there. If that is true, then there's something going on. Then the short week is definitely affecting them. See, okay, so you just brought something a little bit more to light, right? So does the short week affect both teams? Yes, but I believe it affects the team that's on the road more because it's a short week and you have to travel.
Yeah.
At that. So there's something there that is really bothering the Steelers much more. Had they been at home, obviously, they probably would have been a little bit more favored, or they would be doing something better because I've been to a Thursday nighter. They're at home and they played pretty darn well. So something is there with them. I hope that they see Flacco on the field and they're like, man, we got to turn it up. We can't lose against this dude.
He's played well. Last year, he played well when he was with the Colts against the Steelers. All right. So, I mean, he may not have played well the rest of that season. I don't know his numbers from last season or in the games this season. He has played well against the Steelers as of recent. I mean, as recent as last season.
You can't keep it up to a guy like Flacco. The guy just doesn't go down, man. He just doesn't stay down and go away. He finds a way to weasel his way back in onto the field. Like there's players that continue playing and but they're riding the bench. You know what I mean? They're riding the bench, they're back up. Like he finds his way, man. He finds his groove. He finds his way to get back on there to get the ball in his hands. So I give him that much, man. But I'm really hoping the Steelers see Flacco. Not only that, but it's a division rival as well, right? So, I mean, do you really need much to pump you up? And look, I think that place is going to be on fire. The Bengals definitely hate the Steelers more than the Steelers hate the Bengals because of the history that they got going on with one another.
Right.
Yeah, look, like I said when we first brought this game up, I can see this being a trap game for the Steelers. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. This is- with the way the division has been looking, gosh, the Steelers really need this game if they want to be the AFC North champions this season. Okay, that's really where it's at. For some reason, I don't know why, I feel like Baltimore is going to come back and compete and even have a winning record. I can't tell you exactly why, but I just feel like when Lamar Jackson comes back and is healthy, they're going to start clicking. I just, there's no real reason why I have that opinion. So the Steelers need to stack up, man. They need to stack up on their wins now. Okay, the schedule, it's a little bit hot and cold, man. They have some tough teams to play, and then they have teams like the Bengals and the Browns to face. So, I mean, sure, you got to get the teams that you're supposed to beat, that you're supposed to win.
Yeah. You know what, man? You got to stomp out the Bengals. You're supposed to win. But we all know with the Steelers, man, when you're supposed to win, a lot of times they lose, and when they're supposed to lose, a lot of times they win. So, I mean, hey, Thursday night, look, nonetheless, man, I'm excited to go out and watch the game somewhere. I haven't done that all season, so that's what I'm going to do. However, I am a little bit afraid because I can see them completely drop the ball and not even be competitive in this game. I
Whoa,
can I can see
that
that
bad?
happen. I can see that happening. I can. I can see this being a trap game in a sense where it's like, wow, how did they look this bad? I mean, look, if we're going to be honest, what has kept us alive in the game so much to the point where we actually can get into the end zone and it actually matters is simply one name, Chris Boswell. He's been our scorer, right? Where it's like, okay, we're not getting into the end zone. They're not getting into the end zone, but we're kicking field goals. We're kicking field goals. We're scoring, right?
Right,
Not as
that's
much as
Steeler
we want.
football. That
Not,
is Steeler
not
football at its
yeah, yeah,
best.
not as much as we want. Okay, but then when we finally get into the end zone, it's like, okay, now we got so many points because we stacked up about 3 field goals already. So we're in the game, you know. So I mean, my goodness, man. When it's Steelers, when Boswell retires, you guys got to retire his jersey.
That's true. All right, you know what? I want to end this on a positive note. All right,
I was
Steelers
positive.
defense. All right,
I was positive, man. I was positive.
kind of.
Chris Boswell. I was positive. I was positive.
I'll say this. All right, Steelers defense looked the best that they have looked all season last week. Hopefully, they could ride that momentum going into Cincinnati. They will get a few extra days off afterwards.
Mm.
Offensively, probably didn't have the best game ever, but it was against a pretty solid Cleveland Browns defense. Uh, their offensive weapons have been showing up. Darnell Washington, they've been starting to utilize him. That's a good game plan. Okay, what they had on Sunday was a good game plan. Hopefully it could work and hopefully it could stick. Because if they can, I mean, they don't need to put up all these points if they could control the ball that much. So hopefully we get to see that type of game again. It's not going to happen all the time. I understand that. But against the Bengals, against a struggling Bengals defense, you should be able to do that. Yeah.
Washington is a straight giant, man. If he weren't playing football, he'd be choke slamming dudes through a wrestling ring. I mean, the dude is a giant. So, all right. So, just to wrap it up, Eric, who do you have and who do I have?
Let's see, let me get this back.
I mean, I'm Mr. Positive over here. Okay, Mr. Pessimistic over here, man. I ended it positive.
All right, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. All
I
right,
mean, I'm just speaking truth.
all right. So the Packers and Cardinals, we both went Packers, if I'm not
Mm,
mistaken. Raiders, Chiefs, both went Kansas City.
mm.
Cowboys and the Commanders, we both went Washington. I do think it's gonna be a close game though, for some reason. Chargers and Colts. That's where we split. I
Okay.
went the Chargers. You went Indianapolis. You went with Indiana Jones and the Colts.
No, I went with Indiana Jones, man. He just solved the puzzle here.
That's just a great nickname, man, for him. All right, then the 49ers and the Falcons. You went with the Falcons, and you're standing on that for sure. I'm going with the 49ers.
Very personal this week. Very extremely personal. So when everybody says like, "Oh, nothing personal," no, it's extremely personal this week only. So
I went Niners. I'm not like that confident in that pick, all right? And Steelers versus Bengals on Thursday night. Tonight, we both went Pittsburgh.
the only difference is I went the positive route. He went the negative, pessimistic route. But nonetheless, we both picked the Steelers.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Eric, you calling the game tonight?
I was thinking about it. I think I am. I put up the post, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. I'm actually going to go out and watch the game, man. I haven't done that. We used to do that all the time, but I haven't done that for a while, so I'm going to go do that.
I am a little bit okay. The reason why I don't really want to go out is because every time since I started doing these live streams, right? Every time I've tried to go out and enjoy the game, they've lost.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I'm being superstitious. I'm not being superstitious. Definitely, I'm not being superstitious. All right, so that's why I'm doing the game on Thursday or today.
Oh man, I gotta make a couple of phone calls to some Steeler fans, and we'll gaffle you up and chain you down, man, so you can't leave at all. Okay, I know what we got to do now. All right, man. Well, with that, and then to get a little bit of a bye week. I don't know. Let me ask you this before. I know we're running longer, Ray, but let me ask you this, man. So technically, it's like 2 back-to-back bye weeks, kind of, right? Is that good for them?
Okay, see, it's a little bit weird. Okay, I'd say in the moment, like having those 2 games in less than a week, it probably does kind of hurt them, if that makes sense, because, you were just kind of chilling and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe it does hurt them a little bit. It's strange. It's a strange situation that they were put in. Not to say that it was bad, but it doesn't really happen a lot.
All right. Well, hey, man, nonetheless, one of the top teams in the AFC conference, the Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. Yes, I said it as it stands right now into week 7, one of the best teams in the AFC. Top 3? Top 5?
Record-wise, they're there. There
it is. See, I'm very positive. Go Steelers.
Well, Steelers.